One of the hardest things you'll ever do as a creative, especially when you're just starting out, is walking away from a client or walking away from a deal. It feels like failure. It feels terrible. You feel like you just lost a client because you are choosing not to lower your price. But the way I see it is really that every time you take a deal that undervalues you, emphasis on undervalue, every time you do that, you are sending a message to the world that you think your talent is worthless or that you think your value is small, your value is cheap, or your contribution is insignificant. That's the way I see it. And whenever you take a work that undervalues you, you end up resenting the client and you end up resenting the job. I don't know if that ever happened to you that you take a job at a ridiculously lower price than what you were supposed to charge and you just don't feel any motivation to do the work. You just don't like meeting the client. When the client calls you, you don't want to respond because you're not gingered or motivated to put in your best. And have you ever had this other opposite scenario where a client really pays you well and because of that in your head you are thinking of ideas, let me do this, let me also do that, let me try to include this, your creative juices is flowing, or now you want to make the price worth it. I don't know if has this ever happened to you. And my philosophy has always been that it is better for me to walk away from the deal than to now resent the customer after. I don't want to now have to hate the customer or resent the customer or avoid the customer, or I don't want to be picking their calls because they paid me or I agreed to do a job at a very terrible price. Now I don't feel like doing the work. Now I don't even feel like picking up the client. I don't want to resent the customers. I would rather walk away from the deal. I don't think as a creative, anything else can burn you out faster than trying to do the work that you already ate because you don't like the gig, you don't like the job. You took it for quick survival. Now you have survived the next day, but you now still have to do the work and you are just creatively burnt out. I understand that desperation is real. I understand that you have bills to pay, but that's the thing about desperation. Desperation is dangerous. It clouds your judgment and makes you settle for less than you actually deserve. And if you decide to not be desperate and let some clients walk away, yes, some will walk away, but I don't think those who walk away are your clients to start with. And they thinking people are people like, oh, I just lost a client. And I'm like, you never had this client. This person was never your client. What makes a client is someone who you both have agreed on a particular price and you started working together. That is a client. But this person came to ask for something and it didn't work out. So your life was going to work. It was Chris who said that before the client made that request or inquiry, you were going to find a way to figure out your life in the first place. So what if the client did not come? Or what if the inquiry did not come? So now you feel like, oh, you've lost a client. This person was never your client at all. This person has not been your client. Because it is wrong to say that, oh, I'm going to lose a client. No, this is not a client. A client is somebody who has already paid you. So this is just an inquiry. Imagine what if the inquiry had not come before. You were still going to be fine, or you're not going to die the next day. You're going to figure out your life either way. And when you are trying to reject a price or walking away from a deal, it doesn't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be rude. There are professional ways of doing it. You can say something as simple as, sorry, I don't think I can take on that project at that price. But no problem, let's keep in touch. Simple. Walking away from a bad deal is not stubbornness, it's not pride, it's not arrogance. It is you maintaining your sanity. It is self respect. It is strategy. And the way I see it, I believe that every time you say no to a client, you are opening up doors for other people that you can say yes to. Let's say you decide to take that client at a terrible price. Now you are busy swamped in a work that you ate, that you took for a terrible price. And now inquiry comes at a better price. But now you can't even deal with other clients, even if you want to. You can't service them because you are busy with one already. Every time you say no, you are opening doors for you to be available to say yes to the proper ones. My take. So if you want more photography insights, if you want me to get to understand your own unique business and talk to you about it, you need to be in my inner circle. In the inner circle, we will meet regularly. We will address people's business, specific business, but the only way you can get access to that inner circle is only if you've purchased the book Pricing Photography by Akorede Mailers. If you've purchased that book, that becomes your ticket to join the inner circle. The book costs 20k, but right now, throughout the month of January, where I'll be releasing contents like this, the book has been discounted for 7k. So by the 1st of February, the Inner Circle strategy sessions will begin. If you want to join the Inner Circle for more business of photography insights, you need to get the book Pricing Photography. Click the link in my bio to get the book, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.